Today marks the start of an off-road odyssey with the Jeep Gladiator Rubicon. Having sought adventure my entire life, I've carefully chosen this as the best platform for my next chapter. With nearly 500 miles on it, this Jeep is barely broken in, and today we're diving into some rocky terrain with my first impressions and initial thoughts on this jack-o'-lantern orange blank canvas ready to upgrade for overland camping. I've had my eye on these Jeep Gladiator JTs since they first started coming out in early 2019. I knew that I wanted something a little more off-road capable, but there was something holding me back from taking the leap, and that was the price. Since they came out, these Jeeps have had outrageous prices, and in many cases, dealerships were asking MSRP or even adding, you know, a $5,000 or $10,000 fee. And so in the last 3 or 4 months, there's been a market correction on the cost of Jeeps, and I was able to score this Gladiator Rubicon for $17,000 off of MSRP. And so with those prices, the deals are at least normal. I can't say that I got the best deal out there, but I did get what I consider a reasonable price, especially when considering that there have been almost zero incentives or discounts since the Jeep Gladiator came out. This weather's nuts. It snowed this morning and the sun came out, so I washed the Jeep, but now it's raining. And either way, we are gonna get a little mud on the tires, so it doesn't really matter anyway. Today, there's one basic rule. And it sounds simple. Don't get stuck. Although the Rubicon is designed for extreme off-road trails, it has limits. In my last adventure, Jeremy's Rubicon became high-centered on an obstacle. Fortunately for us, Zach was along for the ride with his Wrangler to pull us out. But today, it's just the two of us. So we're back out here on this farm, and I was gonna do a little bit of four-wheeling. I don't have any recovery assets, and it's a little muddier than I expected, but I feel like if I stick to some routes that have been used before, I should be okay and not get stuck out here. So I was slipping and sliding that whole route right there, so I think we're gonna pass on this one for today because I don't have any recovery assets. Let's get to a little more clear of an area so we don't get stuck out here in the middle of nowhere. So that other field was a little too wild, but I got a couple of friends here that are gonna show me some routes down the road here that are a little bit off-road worthy, but my friend here says we won't get stuck while we're out there, at least not in this Jeep.
Hi, I'm Sabrina. I'm out riding around with these people, and by the way, don't forget to subscribe.
Hey, I'm Robin.
So Robin, just about how long are these routes that we're going down right now?
It's about mile and a half. I haven't really measured the distance when I traveled it.
You think we'll get stuck out there?
No.
So we just turned off the main trail, and there used to be a road closed sign right here where county maintenance stopped, but they recently removed that sign, so we're gonna go check it out. You wanna help me move those branches real quick?
Yeah.
So I don't mind going over the trees, but if I don't have to, might as well just clear this off the path. The trail is going off to the right here. What the heck? I don't think I can get through there, dude.
don't think this road goes around it. And it's been a while since I've been out down here.
Keep in mind that this is my first true experience wheeling a Jeep. So while I want to explore, there are a few concerns in the back of my mind. Keep the shiny side up, make this a safe journey for my friends, and avoid getting bogged down. I will not let these thoughts prevent me from seeking the best adventures possible. So now I'm taking advantage of every one of the Gladiator's features. I'm locking into 4-low, disconnecting the sway bar, and activating Off-Road Plus to make sure we pass this next obstacle. Somebody called for an Uber.
When I was walking up there, all the deer started running.
How many
and I
were
didn't
there?
get them on film. There were like 10.
I thought about, yeah, like 10, huh?
I was not recording.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You want me to go back?
Redo it.
You want me to go back?
No, I was kidding.
Oh. So I think I should have left it in 4 high through the whole water obstacle there. What do you think?
Yeah, that would have probably worked a lot better.
Because it didn't really seem like I lost traction at all. I almost wonder if I could have just made that in 2-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Maybe it's better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Woo! Alright, I'm gonna slow down a little bit because we're hitting the bumpies. So, do you like the new Jeep?
No.
No, why not?
Too boxy.
Too boxy? Okay.
Not a woman's car.
Not a woman's car. All right, so I got rid of the Toyota Sienna. We picked up a new Jeep, and
Needs to
the
be
wife absolutely loves it. So we're back at the low water crossing. We're gonna tackle this water crossing one more time, but this time I'm gonna do it in 4 high, not 4 low like I did last time. And these are the things that we do for YouTube videos. There's a certain age you hit where you're not as limber as you used to be. No Jeeps were harmed in the making of this video. You want to piggyback ride?
No, I already got the bud.
The Jeep Gladiator is off-road ready, and it's a monster when it comes to tackling unbeaten paths. In my opinion, these are simply the best off-road ready vehicles that you can buy off the shelf. Yes, there's the Tacoma, there's the 4Runner. There are other similar vehicles out there, but actually truly going off-road, I don't believe there is anything as off-road capable as these Jeeps. Turning radius is a little tight. If I had the 2-door Wrangler, I'm sure I could have made this turn without needing to do a 3-point turn. So one of the reasons I picked the Rubicon over the Sport or the Mojave or any of those other trims is that this one comes equipped with the skid plates underneath. Knowing the kind of terrain that I'm going to be dealing with when I'm out in the Jeep Gladiator, I wanted to make sure that I had the most capable off-road vehicle from the manufacturer. I might end up doing some upgrades, but as of right now, I wanted to just be able to get out and see what I can do with this vehicle. I'm on my second refuel with the Gladiator Rubicon, and the listed fuel economy on the sticker is optimistic at best. Besides today being my first time really getting off the beaten path with this Jeep, I've commuted back and forth approximately 20 miles each way from work to home and back every day since I've had it, and I'm getting about 18 miles per gallon. Now, I have been trying to squeeze every drop of fuel out of this thing by going around 55 miles per hour, and there are no traffic lights on my route, just one stop sign at the end of my 2-mile dirt road. There are a few small hills on my route, but I've done that commute with several vehicles and got the rated MPGs with those vehicles on the same route. And so I think that 22 miles per gallon in the Jeep Gladiator Rubicon is probably a little bit unrealistic. Now, I'm not sure how they did those fuel economy ratings, but I wonder if it's a blanket rating for all of the Jeep Gladiators, and something like the Sport or the Mojave that doesn't have such aggressive tires or so much of a lift will get closer to that rated 22 miles per gallon. I'm just not sure. And another factor could be that the engine still is breaking in, and maybe when I hit about 1,000 miles, it'll be sealed up. I know these engines are much newer. Breaking in is not really something that engines do anymore. That used to be something you would hear, you know, when you bought a car 20 or 30 years ago. Hey, your engine's gonna break in, your piston rings are gonna seal, you're gonna get better gas mileage. I'm just not sure if that's the case for something like this new 2023 Jeep Gladiator. Now, I don't have a winch or a snatch rope yet. Those are some things that are definitely on my short-term list of things to get. So I'm not exactly gonna go wild out here in the forest. I am restricted to the forest vehicle use routes, and I'm definitely gonna be a good steward of those designated routes for our forests, because I don't wanna ruin anything out here, and I'm really just a visitor. So if you have been watching my channel for a while, you do know that I follow the leave no trace principles. Another individual taught me about that last year. It is just common sense, in the sense that you leave nothing behind except for footprints and take nothing but photos, which is what we're doing here. So I fully support those principles and want to make sure that we preserve these areas as much as possible for our future generations. So I just passed the sign on the ground here on my way out, and luckily there's nothing on it. I guess I'll go ahead and throw it in the back of the truck and take it home with me. So believe it or not, most of these trails that I come down, I always find a little bit of trash. And so what I want to do is start bringing some kind of like trash bag or something, so that anytime I'm out in these areas, I can just collect up the beer cans, the beer bottles, the leftover fast food bags, and all the garbage that I encounter on these trails. By the way, guys, welcome to Off-Grid Adventure. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to join us on our adventures with this Jeep Gladiator as we dive into the world of overland camping. The channel is slowly creeping up on 100,000 subscribers, so if you are here before that time, leave a note in the comments, here before 100K, and I'll see you guys on my next adventure.